Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm here to bring you the starting 11 segment for the game against Cardiff City on Tuesday night. Obviously, we've been out of action for a while now. I think it's about 17 days. It was a much needed break with some of the dross they've handed out to us recently. So some Evertonians are happy to see us back after the break because they've missed Everton being in action. Some others not so happy because obviously they're pessimistic naturally about our last few games. But we go into the match tomorrow to a team who've just lost 5-1 to Watford. So I suppose that result has raised our optimism slightly. They are a team who's strong in the air though, and obviously that presents problems with our weaknesses defending set pieces. They've got quite a few aerial players. Sol Bamba scored a header in the last game, and Callum Paterson is strong in the air also. I think he won 14 headers against Southampton a couple of games ago, which was more than Southampton's team put together, who are also quite an aerial team themselves, with the tallest player in the league in Jan Vestergaard at the ranks at Southampton. But yeah, as I say, Cardiff are a very early strong team, so that's something to look out for. But in terms of Everton's team selection, I'm going to go for Jordan Pickford in goal, obviously. That's a no-brainer. In defence, there's a bit of a headache, really, because there's a few problems. Obviously, Kurt Zouma suspended following a sending off last time out. Yerry Mina is a doubt. Marco Silva says he's a doubt with injury at the moment, so he's not sure if he'll be fit for the game. Phil Jagielka's back training with the team, but only just, so whether he'll make it for this one, I'm not sure. If he's back training with the team, I'd hope so, considering there's a bit of a crisis at the moment. The only other option I could think of is Morgan Feeney being called up from the under-23s, but I'm going to go for Jagielka at centre-back alongside Michael Keane. That'll be an interesting partnership I'd like to see, and I'd be comfortable with those two lining up at centre-back. Obviously, Luca Dean at left-back, and I'd like to go for John Joe Kenny at right-back. I think he's played better than Seamus Coleman in recent games. He's looked less shaky than he had done when he first came into the team last year, and he's looking a little bit better now. I suppose less shaky than Seamus has recently, even. In midfield, I like the midfield three of Idrissa Gueye, Tom Davies and Andre Gomez that played against Manchester City. I thought they looked very strong when they played together. Obviously, that meant dropping Gylfi Sigurdsson from the team for that game, and he came back in against Watford. Obviously not to a very good result, which obviously we lost 1-0. And Richarlison came back in for that as well, but I would like to go for the midfield three of Gueye, Gomez and Davis together to see that work again with the front three. A slightly different front three. Cenk Tosun came back into the game against Watford, but I don't think he did enough to warrant his place in the team. Ademola Lookman hasn't really had as much of a look in recently, but I'd like to restore him to the team for this one. So for me, it's Ademola Lookman and Bernard on the wings, anything to keep Theo Walcott out of the team. And then I'd like to see Richarlison start up front because we haven't got much in terms of options at the moment. Obviously, I said about Cenk Tosun, and the other option would be Calvert-Lewin, but not massively convincing for me at the moment either. So I'd like Richarlison to start up front. Whether that's going to be what Marco Silva rolls with, I'm not sure. Obviously, he's rolled with different options in the last few games. He's been switching it up a little bit. But let us know what you think as well, because it's going to be an interesting one how we're going to line up. Let us know what you think in the comments about the starting 11. But it will be difficult against, as I say, a physical Cardiff side. Obviously, we'll be looking to expose our weaknesses from set pieces with their three-man defence. They've been playing the last few matches with a 3-4-3 formation. Obviously, Oumar Niasse, their star striker, is ineligible to play against his parent club. So I'm not sure what they'll go with up front, whether it'll be Kenneth Zohore, who was linked with Everton about a year and a half ago, or whether it'll be Callum Paterson, who played striker for them for a lot this season, even though he was playing a left-back in the Championship, I think a year or two ago. But he's been moved out to the right wing since Niasse's arrival. But whether he gets to go up front or stays on the right with Zohore coming into the team remains to be seen. But I've got a feeling Zohore is going to come into the team. Obviously, a player link with Everton, and he's going to score against Everton. But I'd like to put that feeling aside and hope that it'll be a 1-0 win. So that's going to be my prediction. Let us know your predictions also, and whether you agree with my starting 11. What you change up, please let me know, because it's going to be an interesting one. Looking forward to seeing the Blues back in action. Obviously, we need the good result in this one to take into the derby, because going into the derby on the back of any loss to Cardiff would be pretty disappointing. So we need some momentum to take into the derby, and feel like it's a fresh start coming off that winter break. And we've got to win this one if we want to take any momentum into these difficult run of fixtures that are coming up at the moment. So let us know your prediction and your starting 11 in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe to Toffee Blues. And cheers, see you next time. Thanks for watching.